The hate on Nigerians is insane. The hate on Nigerians and the hate South Africans, well, not all, but like majority of South Africans have on Nigerians is insane.
Hi everyone, welcome to Amagana Observer. Today I wanted to give my take on the quote-unquote South-Gerian videos making their rounds on TikTok. When they make videos like this, dancing and raising their shoulders, baiting and provoking for a response. And then when they get the same energy back, people like this TikToker start crying foul and claiming they are the victims. Because are we to believe that there are no other nationalities that are half South African apart from Nigerians? Is that what we are to believe? If we're going by this trend, are these TikTokers trying to say that there are no other nationalities mixed with South Africans? There are no Ghanaian South Africans, there are no Malawian South Africans, there are no Zambian South Africans? Are you the only ones there? So why are you displaying this uncouth, uncultured behavior? As if you are the only mixed ones over there.
So yesterday I had made a video of me stating caption was I am proudly South-Gerian, and unfortunately it reached the FYP of the wrong people. I just want to say that there was no intention of me posting that. Like, I thought I was gonna get my normal 70 something likes and 1,000 views, but unfortunately it happened that it had to get over 20 something K views, of which there's nothing wrong with that. The hate on Nigerians is insane. The hate on Nigerians and the hate South Africans, well, not all, but like majority of South Africans have on Nigerians is insane. I thought South Africa is a rainbow nation. I thought South Africa is a country where everyone's just supposed to get along. I mean, I have known that xenophobia runs in the South African blood, but I didn't know it was like this.
And how they love throwing around that xenophobia word. A reason for the animosity you feel you're getting is because people feel your insincerity. And let's put this in perspective. This is a country. South Africa is a country where you've been nurtured, where the environment made you thrive to become who you are, but your attitude, actions, and words show a disdain for the country and the people of South Africa. You might not know it, but that's the energy you're giving off. You are saying that you are half South African, half Nigerian. But people can sense you are favoring one country over the other.
I mean, look at what happened to Chidima. Like, it's insane because you guys cheated her so bad and you guys literally dragged her.
And what happened to Chidima? Do tell, because you guys love to bring her up. The pushback that Chidima got is similar to what you guys are getting based on your actions and choices. The fact that some of you gloss over or don't want to be reminded of is that Chidima wanted to represent South Africa. However, when you went onto her profile on her various social media handles, she was exhibiting the Nigerian flag, the Mozambican flag, and there was no sight of the South African flag, similar to what you guys are doing. Now, most of you have combined the Nigerian and South African flags based on the pushback you are receiving. I noticed that all these are sending subliminal messages. So when Chidima wanted to represent South Africa and South Africans realized her choices, puts the shoe on the other foot. Would you Nigerians have accepted someone, a South African, living in Nigeria with South African flags all over the place without a Nigerian flag in sight? And then she gets up and says, oh, I want to represent Nigeria. You guys know very well with a South African name, you wouldn't accept it. But what others cannot do in your country, you want to do in other people's country and get away with it. So show some respect for the environments that have nurtured you and made you to have free speech. But no, you come and disrespect. And then when you are called out, you bring out this victimhood attitude. As if you haven't just raised your shoulders and say, I'm all that. People see through it. Why is it that you haven't done something like this? This showing that you are an Igbo, you are Nigerian. Where is a similar thing you've done to project the South African half of you? These are all sending messages. So when people see you acting disrespectfully, yes, they're going to call you out. You claim you are half South African. Show it with pride and joy and respect. So that's the problem. And then some of you will come out and say Trevor Noah is because he's half Swiss, so he's accepted. Have you heard how Trevor Noah speaks about South Africa? Represents South Africa? Can you sense the pride emanating from him? It's not an act. There's no hypocrisy about this. And that's the difference. You go into people's space. We have them in Ghana. That's why when I see these type of stories, I like to give my input. We have some in Ghana who have been here 30 years. For an example, the community leader who calls himself King has been here about 30 years, doesn't speak a lick of Ghanaian language, apart from, the bare minimum. Bare, when I say bare, maybe thank you and please. What are you communicating with that attitude? Because if you are in Germany, they tell you if you don't speak German, you will not acquire citizenship. I bet you would learn the language within the shortest possible time, as would be in all the foreign countries, most of the foreign countries, Norway, Portugal, Spain, Russia. Let's put aside UK and the US because it's English. So basically, that's easy to integrate into. But those languages that you actually have to put in effort, I bet you wouldn't be there 30 years and say you didn't speak the language. So sometimes we don't see that our actions are already communicating some form of message. It's because of your disrespect. You are here solely for the economic opportunity, and that's all well and good. Just stick with it and keep your mouth shut. But don't pretend as if you love, because your other actions convey what you really feel about the country you're in. So they come into your country because of economic opportunity, but they are not there to appreciate the country or love the country or be patriotic. They're there, and that's fine. People travel for economic opportunity. But what some of the parents are unaware of is that the inherent disdain that they have for the respective countries seethes within them. On the outside, they might go out, do work, get along with, you have to get along with the people there to work with them. But in their homes, that's when they let out what they really feel. And the children internalize these negative energy and feelings. And then these are the results you see on TikTok and so forth, showing the feelings and attitudes of the parents, grandparents they've imbibed. And now they're exhibiting it. The disdain is oozing out of them. Because the danger is that because you are half South African, you're half Ghanaian or whatever, and you have this disdain. Can you imagine if you get some form of authority or power, what type of laws you pass? Since you are unpatriotic to the country that nurtured you and created an environment for you to thrive in, you use their roads, you use their hospitals, you use their schools, and then you still don't appreciate that country. Can you imagine? And until African countries are standing, each respective country standing on his or her feet, and is able to provide for their respective citizens, people are going to gatekeep. Because if you are not patriotic to the country you were brought up in, while being partly from there, and will put in laws and rules and regulations that will not benefit the citizens, is going to be a problem. Because who wants to be at the mercy of an unpatriotic person, quote unquote citizen, that you claim to be half of, but you have no allegiance to that country, although they nurtured you to be who you are? Look at what we go through with the so-called patriotic ones that are running the countries now.
But the hate for Nigerians is insane, and the hate you guys have on Nigerian is it's an unexplainable hate. Like it's hate that shouldn't even be hate. Like this type of hate on Nigerians is so crazy. And mind you, I am South African. My mom is South African. That means South African blood runs through my veins. So you're not going to stop me from saying that I'm South African. Nothing's going to change the fact that I am South African and it runs through my veins. So you telling me that no, a child takes the father's blood. So what about my mom? What about the South African blood that runs through me? So you're trying to silence that South African blood in me because you feel insecure. We're not going to do that. I'll keep saying it over and over and over again. I am South-Gerian. You're not going to silence me. I am proud of who I am. So stop all these things, these xenophobic things, because it's literally not going to work on me. Because I am who I am, and I am a South-Gerian. I am Nigerian, and I'm South African. So all these hate comments, it's not touching me in any way. And also another thing, the word "ligwera gwera" don't face me anymore. It doesn't scare me anymore. In fact, it incites me. It gives me excitement because it just shows how you guys lack maturity, especially the old people. Your guys don't have, y'all are not mature at all. Like, you guys don't have sense, and it has been proven to me now. My bad. And I say it again, with the crown on my head, I am proudly South-Gerian, proudly so, proudly Nigerian as well, proudly so. In fact, I'm not even gonna switch off the comments for this video because I want to piss you guys off even more and more, because it makes me happy. Again, to my South-Gerian people, to my South-Gerian babies out there, don't be ashamed of who you are. Carry that with a strong hand. Carry that crown, because, baby, no one's gonna tell you what you are not. You are Nigerian, you are South African. That makes you South-Gerian. Proudly South-Gerian.
But you don't look happy. You are almost in tears. You whining, you complaining. You've given out an energy and an attitude. And you are getting pushback with the same. Because if you respected your mother's side, you would get that energy back. But instead, you want to be mannerless and couth, raising your shoulder. It doesn't work that way. And I'll say it here again. Arrogance is not confidence, as some of you, or actually most of you, like to think. And pride, as in arrogance, being prideful, comes before a fall. You cannot force your way through arrogance into people's hearts. It doesn't work that way. But self-reflection, introspection, it's just not part of you guys. So, to each their own. Whatever rocks your boat. Folks, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'm going to end it here. Thanks so much for watching. Please remember to like, share, and of course comment and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.